Why do you think your brother is doing it then?
That's exactly the last reason why you mentioned, which is, and I
Oh,
feel like which it comes down to ultimately, which is the dominant culture, the concept of the dominant culture, which is the Western culture. Because this is where it comes down. Like he was told, that's what my dad was said, that you are weak in the mind. You are looking at the white people. They're like, well, white people do. Oh yeah, the husband, the wife have the same last name, and that's one of the main problems, which
okay.
is like they have the same last name. Okay, let's do that. And then that my brother took that personally. He was like, "Well, do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm walking around looking at people and be like, oh yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that? I'm just copying people left and right."
Okay.
It's like, I'm not doing that. It's a normal thing for people to take their husband or spouse last name.
Okay.
And that was my point. Ultimately, it comes down to that dominant culture. What is it that makes him think it's normal when in reality it's just
Which is not.
a custom, actually, like any other custom in the world that you have. Like different societies have their own customs and traditions. So what is it that makes him think that one of them is normal, or
Okay.
quote unquote
Do
normal?
you think it comes from a sort of inferiority complex?
It's not inferiority, but you are inferior. Like you, it's like there's the you perception of you being perceiving yourself as inferior, and then being
Okay.
actually inferior. Like in this day and age,
Mm,
the people who have originally non-Western, what do you call it, traditions and customs, they are inferior in the economical sense, in the power,
mm,
like military sense, in all of those ways, they are inferior. And
okay.
what happens every time, that is that whichever superior culture becomes the dominant culture, becomes
Okay.
that normal culture.